Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. It is November 30th, 2017. A lot of activity out near our sun, ladies and gentlemen, and a lot of activity here on planet Earth related to volcanic activity and earthquake activity. We're going to be getting into the earthquake information here very, very shortly. Now, as I've mentioned before, I've been charting possibly what I think is the orbit of our Planet X related object. Possibly the largest object in this system. Now, ladies and gentlemen, because of the view of the cameras on some of these spacecraft, like the stereo spacecraft and the SDO, we're very limited in the view of the sun. So yesterday, I was pretty well deep into making sure my chart was pretty accurate and correct with its timing and trying to see if I'm going to get a visible shot of this object once again. And lo and behold, we had another coronal mass ejection, and before the coronal mass ejection, I was able to get a slight glimpse of this object exactly where you see the green arrow right now. Now, as I have mentioned before, I've been charting this on a calendar for probably 8 or 9 months now. And my data has really started to come together back in June this past summer in the Northern Hemisphere, as far as the sightings of this object go and the reactions of the sun. So all of that data is basically coming together. I've had Dr. Albers go over all of the information, and she definitely confers that this object is definitely affecting the sun. It is in a rotational pattern with the sun. It is also orbiting the sun. Whether there are other objects orbiting around this substellar object, it's very hard to say because we don't really have the camera view. So this object is the closest object to the sun, and you know, we really can't put a number as far as the distance, but whenever it gets close to the sun, it is very close. Close enough that whenever a coronal mass ejection occurs, because of the reaction between the two objects, we're able to actually get visuals of this monster. And once again, we had a coronal mass ejection. Now, only the beginning phases of this coronal mass ejection have been detected by the coronagraphs on SOHO and stereo. As the data updates, probably within the next 4 to 8 hours, we will get a little bit better view of this object. But I immediately caught it on the coronagraph from Cactus, recorded it, documented it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the photographs. Now, it's only in one photograph because of the time lapse that Cactus, the coronagraph, produces. It's kind of limited, but we were able to capture one glimpse of it. And here's the thing, folks, it is exactly where I predicted it would be. Well, let me just correct myself there. It seems to be a few days off. Now, we are already at the 30th of November. I was actually hoping to see it around the 25th or the 26th, possibly even the 27th. But getting the clearest view today during that coronal mass ejection. Now, all of the information on Cactus will be updating, well, probably within the next 2, 4, 6, maybe 8 hours. I'll be checking it off and on as the day goes through. But as I checked on this, and bingo, there it was. Now, I saw some of the coronal mass ejection occurring on the coronagraphs, the C2, C3, and also the the stereo, but it's very, very limited because the time frame just cuts off. So again, it's going to have to update itself. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the sun and what's occurring. Some people are saying that it's going to sleep. Others are saying it's quite active. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I monitor this star of ours constantly, all day. All of the information that I see is that the sun is not going to sleep. It is very, very active. And we see the cycles that it's going through. And this cycle is what I'm talking about whenever I said that I'm charting, and I have been charting the activity on the sun combined with the sightings of this object and the coronal mass ejections, the disturbances on the sun. So it's basically all come together. And here we are, the last day of the month, November 30th, and we're getting our first really, really good visual. What was produced? A coronal mass ejection. What did we see? Our Planet X object. Right there, staring you in the face on your screen. Now, we've seen the uptick in the earthquake activity. There's no doubt about that. Nobody can deny that. But what is quite alarming now is that we've seen a considerable uptick in the volcanic activity. Now, all of you have been following the earthquake Agung over in Indonesia, in Bali. It really hasn't had a massive, massive catastrophic blast, but it is in full eruption mode. Enough to stop flights from leaving Bali and mainly heading back to Australia. It's a big vacation destination over there. Mainly tourism is what they thrive on. So these airplanes haven't been able to leave because of the wind direction and so on and so forth. Something else I wanted to mention before I get into the rest of this material. If all of you don't remember, let me remind you. A few weeks ago, I mentioned that the weather systems in the southern hemisphere were going to be changing drastically for countries like South Africa and Australia and the most southern tip of South America. Well, since September 12th, things have been getting really crazy as far as the weather in South Africa and a few other countries on the African continent. I also mentioned that within the next few weeks, we need to keep a close eye on Australia because the weather is going to change there drastically. And I'm not talking about storms and hurricanes and cyclones and typhoons. I'm talking about temperatures, ladies and gentlemen. So lo and behold, here we go. Now, about a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, things really started to change drastically in some parts of Australia. They are under, once again, just like last year, a very, very extreme and dangerous heat wave. I've been monitoring the temperatures in several regions in Australia, and they're having daily temperatures over 100 degrees. There have been some listings of temperatures that have gone above 115 degrees. Now, as the sun rises in Australia, this temperature, it increases drastically, very rapidly. And there have been several reports out concerning the temperature in Australia. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. It is actually going to get worse, and it is going to be sustained, meaning it's not going to go anywhere because of the extreme wobble of our Earth, which some people deny is happening. But listen, folks, we see the crazed weather patterns around the world. We know exactly what is happening. So, there's no denying it. It is happening. Can we do anything about it? No, we cannot. The best thing we can do, have faith and be prepared. So for any of my followers in Australia, if you have any information about the heat wave, once again, that is ransacking almost the entire country, drop me an email. The email is in the description box under the video. And if you want to keep me updated on what's happening temperature-wise in Australia, I'm very interested in your data. You can inbox me on the Planet X News Facebook page, and any data that you get, you can include it, a screenshot or whatever, right in your message, and message me on the Planet X News Facebook page. Now, let's go ahead and get into what's going on around the world here, because it is getting crazy. First thing I want to do real quick, if you just bear with me 1 second, I want to go ahead and share our live stream with everybody on our Facebook page. Just give me 1 second here.
Those drafty old windows are...
Just give me 1 second. Yeah, things are getting really, really ramped up right now as far as the earthquake activity. If any of you have been listening to Dutch Sense, he's definitely warning people what is happening. So that's also my job, to warn all of you what is occurring. Just let me jump over here to my Facebook page, and let's get this information over to everybody on the Planet X News Facebook page, in case they want to join in this morning. I was going to wait till later on in the late afternoon to go ahead and do this live stream, but then there was a pretty big earthquake in the Atlantic Ocean on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge that I wanted to get to. But first things first, folks. Let's take a look at this volcano map. Okay, now this is the current volcano map, current erupting volcanoes for November 30th, 2017. As you can see, your screen is basically splattered with fully erupting volcanoes. Now, the area that, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here, the area that Agung in Bali is located, and there are several volcanoes in this area, but we're looking right over here in this region, and that's why there was so much concern with air flights going from Bali back to Australia. It's a very short flight, but again, this is a vacation destination. A lot of people from Australia vacation there. Very, very beautiful area of Bali. But, these airplanes with the big turbine engines, they cannot suck in all of that volcanic ash that is in the air. And from what I've heard, the runways were absolutely covered, once again, with volcanic ash. Now, as far as these weather patterns go, and I'm not going to go jumping into a bunch of the different weather models, but as I've mentioned, things were going to change in this southern hemisphere. Things were going to be moving upward as far as the heat levels. The reason being is because now the Earth is tilting backwards. Or excuse me, it's going to be going this way. We're going to be seeing a large amount of cold temperatures drifting down, very cold temperatures, all the way through Canada, down into the north central part of the United States. This is already occurring in all of this region of Russia. Naturally, it's Siberia. Yes, I know it gets very, very cold there. But the temperature fluctuations are absolutely insane. I was watching some reports coming out of Greenland, which basically all year long is nothing but a big white splotch on our map. They had a massive 25 degrees Fahrenheit increase in temperature. Increase. All through this region, right here. The report that I was reading about this, I mean, this was coming from meteorologists, and they were stumped how that can occur. And frankly, I'm with them, very stumped on how a 25-degree increase can occur in this region where it should be well below zero, but it's not. So I posted an article on the Planet X News website, and it has some video with it and a lot of photographs, and I can't show you those on YouTube, but you can go over to the website and look the article up. I just posted it late last night. A lot of the video information that was coming in, the weather systems really started to change in this area of South Africa around September 16th. I mean, just horrendous storms coming through the bottom part of the country and the continent. Folks, you need to see that video. You need to see the video information. At the end of the video, it's a little graphic, and I can't show it on YouTube. I just can't. But go over there. I'll show you where the article is. You need to watch it. Things are going to be heating up once again in the Ring of Fire over here in the South Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, look, here's the deal. Very deep earthquakes. Okay, once again, earthquakes well over 500 to 600 kilometers deep in this region over here of Fiji. And I'm telling you, anybody listening to me that lives in New Zealand, listen, I know that you guys get a lot of earthquakes down there. A lot of the earthquakes that occur in New Zealand, they go unreported to us here in the United States. They go unreported to the European Seismology Office. They have their own seismology office naturally in New Zealand. I've tapped into it before. I've checked it out. There's already been several reports, folks, about another very large earthquake that could possibly and naturally occur in New Zealand. And folks, it's going to be devastating this time around, like it was the last time. So just 13 hours ago, a magnitude 4.7, moderately shallow, 92.89 kilometers deep. But I want you to take a very close look at this updated map, and this is the Ring of Fire on the Pacific side over here. 4.8, 5.4, 4.9, 4.1, multiple 4.9, 4.3, 5.7, 5.5, 4.7, 97 kilometers deep, 173 kilometers deep, 100 kilometers deep, 59, 504 kilometers deep. Now, folks, this is right off of the coast of Japan. This could be the catalyst for something devastating for the country of Japan. 3 hours ago, magnitude 4.9, 437.51 kilometers deep. It's deep. That's very deep. Now, the deep earthquakes, they don't cause a lot of surface damage. These earthquakes that are closer to the surface, that's what really gets the ground rumbling, buildings crumbling, and loss of life and devastation. Let's move back over here. This is a magnitude 6.7, 6.5 that was recorded 6 hours ago in the central mid-Atlantic ridge. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a major fault line that runs right up through the Atlantic Ocean, right up through here, all the way up. We've been seeing a lot of activity once again on this mid-Atlantic ridge fault. There was just an update. Let's see if anything actually occurred. No, it did not. Another region, not all the earthquakes are on here right now, but there has been quite a swarm of earthquakes right around in this region. the coast of the Dominican Republic, and also Puerto Rico. Now, some of the earthquakes that I saw that have been already removed from this map, but they're on the USGS, are in the magnitude of low 4s. So again, we don't have these, complex structures that people live in this region. You all know many years ago the devastation that Haiti took during some of those earthquakes. I mean, absolute, complete devastation, and they are still feeling it after all this time. Puerto Rico is still, I think half of the island country is completely in the dark. Still a lot of problems going on in Puerto Rico after that major hurricane. The state of California, ladies and gentlemen, all these earthquakes over here, a lot of them have already been removed on this map, but we'll show you the USGS. And you can see quite a lot of activity starting to occur down here in Los Angeles and also all around the San Francisco area. Matter of fact, let's just go right over to the USGS. Let's check it out real quick because, you're going to be quite amazed at the amount of these earthquakes that are occurring. Just set the map up here for you real quick. This is the last 7 days of earthquakes. The last 7 days. A few quakes over here in Texas, kind of rare. But let's just take a look at the west coast of the United States. Once again, I'm going to mention we continually see this line of earthquakes forming. This has been going on now, folks, for the last year. That's how long it's been. This pattern, where you see my cursor, this pattern of earthquakes continues with this type of layout. Going through Montana, Yellowstone, and into Utah, cutting through the corner of Idaho, that's Soda Springs, continual activity down here. Once again, you can see from Seattle and Vancouver all the way down the San Andreas Fault. The Juan de Fuca, 4.7, and this was on the 24th of November. So this is the last 7 days of earthquake activity on the West Coast. And as you can see, as you zoom in closer to San Diego, between Los Angeles and San Diego, you can see right on the San Andreas Fault, all along these fault lines, the possibilities of a devastating earthquake. Yeah, there's always the possibility in California. We know that. Once again, dealing with Alaska. I mean, here we go again, folks. I mean, just look at it. Perfect stream of earthquakes right along, falling right along this fault line. Now, it's not directly on the fault line, even though there were a few earthquakes right on it. Magnitude 4.2 in Alaska. That was on the 29th yesterday. But let's just pan out here a little bit and let's just take a look at the rest of the world. And here's the Ring of Fire, and you can see where the big activity zones are all through here. I do believe that New Zealand they're going to be looking at the possibilities of a very, very large earthquake. I can just feel it. It's coming. A lot of the data is showing that sooner or later, and I mean sooner, New Zealand's going to get hit again. There have also been several earthquakes recorded in Australia. They are not on this map. But a few days ago, I was looking at some of the information, and there were 4 earthquakes in Australia. One here, one here, one here, one here. 4 of them. Australia is not a big seismic region. You don't see any fault lines running through it. But yet these earthquakes are occurring. So we're going to go ahead and jump out of the USGS. And one thing that I did want to do real quick is I wanted to look at the heliplots. Let's see what we can come up with here. Now, these are the seismograms for the devices, the seismic devices, and they're located all over the place. New Mexico. I wanted to take a chance and take a look at these, and we can see a lot of activity right here. This is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. No earthquakes recorded there, but you can see the internal activity. This is inside of the Earth. Missouri, Disney Wilderness Preserve, Florida. Look at this. What in the hell is going on there? You know, again, folks, you can go ahead and look at this information yourself. You could pan through these, look at the different areas within the United States. These are major disturbances. These are occurring, and the seismic devices throughout the United States that are located in all of these areas, they're picking up the information. They're picking up the internal activity in the Earth. And you can see they're all on the same timeline, which means, this is happening from deep inside of the Earth. Now, we can go back and we can look at the global heliplots, and this is basically, international. Here's Barbados. You can see this seismogram. Grenada, Panama. And they all seem to be the same. If you just take note of the signature on each one of them. And what this is showing you, ladies and gentlemen, is this is showing you something excuse me, deep inside of the Earth that is occurring. Deep inside of the Earth. And when that energy is detected by all of these seismograms, it's registering it. And almost all of the signatures are pretty much the same. And you guys can go through all of this. Just go to Google, type in the search engine, heliplots, and there is one for the United States, and there is one for global. Here, I'll show them to you right here. You just type in heliplots right up there. They're seismograms. The ANSS, this is for the United States, and the GSN, this is globally. This is international. This will give you readings on heliplots all around the world that are registered. So we can see that things are occurring within the Earth big time. Get out of this and let's take a look at Mexico real quick. This is the Mexico Seismology Office. The last 3 days you see up here. Take a look once again. The amount of earthquakes on this western coastline of Mexico leading down into Guatemala and Central America. Take a look to the left side over here. You can see the magnitude of the earthquakes, 4.4, 4.5, 4.0, 4.6, 4.4. Ladies and gentlemen, they are just inundated once again every day with these earthquakes all along this coastline. Reason being, these earthquakes are making their way all the way across the Pacific. And let's just kind of widen out our view here. Whenever we have these deep earthquakes over in the South Pacific, specifically over in this region, all of that energy makes its way directly across the Pacific Ocean, specifically impacting the west coast of Mexico, Central America, and all of South America. So we've seen a considerable amount of earthquakes over here in South America, and we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at this map. And I'm going to go ahead and just set this legend for color as far as depth. Now, all of the earthquakes that you're going to view on the European map, these are all the earthquakes within 24 hours. Not a whole week. 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 24 hours. Now, this is color-coded. The red is, basically shallow. This was the earthquake that occurred right here on the central mid-Atlantic ridge, magnitude 6.5. Some have it at 6.7. But hell, what's a few micro points? Very, very violent, strong earthquake. But you can see right along here, again, the western coast of South America. These green, this is deeper, 112 kilometers deep. And the darker the color goes, the deeper they get, 160. The purple ones are real deep, 432 kilometers, 472 kilometers. These are deep earthquakes that are occurring in these regions. You've seen a pretty good uptick of earthquake activity over here in the Mediterranean, east of Turkey, moving up into Italy. Naturally, they do have a lot of earthquakes over here, but it's actually starting to pick up. Now, this map just updated. I don't see any changes. And we had an earthquake right over here, eastern Tennessee, magnitude 2.7. Very, very shallow. Very shallow. The map is just splattered with the earthquake activity. Some earthquakes really far up here. Magnitude 3.0. Magnitude 2.0. There's also been some increased activity that may be volcanic related right over here in Iceland. Now, they're not appearing on this European map, which is kind of suspicious because sometimes they normally do. But I've been getting readings from a volcano there that's very active and a lot of seismic activity. What do we have over here? South of Spain. Strait of Gibraltar. Magnitude 3.1. Interesting. But you can see the line of earthquakes as it falls along the coastline of South America. And they're not small quakes either, folks. Magnitude 4.5, magnitude 4.8. They're enough for these people to feel these earthquakes. They are feeling them. If any of you, you want to track these volcanoes, you can go to Discovery Volcano right online. Very, very good website. They have a lot of information pertaining to earthquakes and volcanoes, and you can track all the information right there on volcanodiscovery.com and check it out. Something that's been occurring on the sun, I was monitoring this last night, and me and Dr. Albers were looking at this, and there was some really strange things occurring, and I don't know if they have taken it out or not. But once again, we were seeing the sun shaking a little bit. Oh, there we go. And this may be due to the coronal mass ejection. You can't really see it, but you can see these flashes. Possible interference to the detectors on the SDO spacecraft. This coronal mass ejection doesn't seem to be exactly Earth-facing, but it will affect the spacecraft once that plume starts to expand. Now, we were supposed to be on the leading edge of a solar wind impact today. I did notice on the CME tracker that was updated and changed, and we kind of moved a little bit deeper into the mainstream of this solar wind. That's definitely going to impact the Earth as we speak. That will last for a period of 48 to 72 hours, digging deep into the Earth's core, heating it up. It's already boiling, and we'll probably see an uptick in earthquake activity within the next 72 hours. We may even see a couple of more magnitude 6 and above earthquakes. It's just a waiting game, folks. You could only analyze the information and, hope for the best. But it doesn't look good as far as seismic activity goes. It looks like it's going to be a pretty active weekend coming up. Now, late last night, as I was viewing the SDO, specifically this composite image of the 211-193 and the 304, started noticing an object right up in here, and this is exactly where I charted Planet X would be during this time of the month. It doesn't look like much. And here, let me just stop it for you and show you. I did take some screenshots of it. So let me try to get to the point where it starts to be visible. The slider mechanism on this this SDO video viewer doesn't work really well, but I can't zoom into it either, but I do have the zoomed in photographs. But you can already start to see the outline of this object right there. And folks, it's right where I said it would be. During this time of the month, minus a few days, I was off, but it is there. This is just not some shadowy little figure or some coronal prominence or coronal cavity. You can clearly see the perfect spherical outline right there. So, I can sit here and I can tell you, oh yeah, these shadows are Planet X and blah, blah, blah. Well, here, let me prove it to you. You see where this object is right now, don't you? You see where it's at. During the coronal mass ejection that occurred a few hours ago, bingo. There you go. Just sit there for a few minutes and take a look at that. So for all of you that think that that little shadowy object in the SDO composite image that I just showed you was nothing more than a coronal cavity or coronal prominence, well, hell, think again. It's in the exact same position that I just showed you. And there it is, right there, staring you in the face. So it is exactly right where I said it would be. And I'm going to be very critical of, some other people's research and what they're telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, relating to Nibiru and all of that stuff. The bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, there is a major object, a very large object in our inner solar system. It is reacting with our sun. We have proven it over and over and over again. But some of the information that a lot of you folks follow, other YouTube channels, other people that really claim to be, investigators or researchers. Listen, they're just blowing a bunch of smoke up your rear end. They don't do any real research. They really don't. I'm going to be very critical of Dave Dobbs and his information, as well as the information provided by WSO and Steve Olson and some of these other channels. They're really not giving you any type of scientific data. They're really not giving you anything that you can bite on. But clearly, here at Planet X News, with myself and Dr. Albers, we're giving you the deepest scientific information and the observations and the proof, the evidence, the photographic evidence that you're looking for. And I'm sure you guys get bored just, looking at these photographs of the sun that people are taking from lovely planet Earth. they're really not showing you anything, folks. This is what we need to be looking at. You know, none of these channels actually come out with professional information. So if you want to follow Planet X news and data, you know where to go. You know exactly where to go. If you want to follow a bunch of nonsense, hey, it's a free world. Let's take a look at some more of these. I changed the filter color on this just to bring out a little bit more. And this is also inverted. The reason why I invert it, I want to see this light source right here, what looks to be a black triangle. And I'll be showing you the original here very, very soon. This is supposed to be white, but I inverted it. So the light, the flash coming from the sun, has illuminated very intensely right here. And you'll be able to see it on the original. But once again, you know, I've shown all of you these captures of mine from the cactus many times. Once again, here we are today, November 30th. This was detected. I slowed the video down because it goes very, very rapidly on the cactus, and the time frames between the frames of video are so far apart that you actually miss a lot. But once again, you know, I'm able to capture that object right there. Now, this is just a grayscale image. Once again, it is inverted. I just wanted to see if I could define more of what is happening right here and define more of this object. Again, this was captured November 30th, just a few hours ago. Now, this is also inverted in a grayscale, but now you can see the light source coming from the CME, the outburst. Once again, folks, do you think these spherical objects are just an anomaly? Do you think the hundreds of captures that I've shown all of you from the cactus, do you think they are all anomalies? No, they're not. Let's not even begin to fool ourselves. Now, this is just a close-up view. Once again, you can see it. Bingo. It is right where I said it would be, right on time. So, folks, you know, whenever you're listening to Dave Dobbs's theory and what Steve Olson tells you, you know, again, they're not showing you real scientific proof. They're not showing you a definitive timeline. This is definitive proof. I mean, this is staring you right in the face. Undeniable. And that object is absolutely massive. I mean, it's got to be many, many times larger than the planet Jupiter. That's why they refer to brown dwarf stars in the scientific community as hot Jupiters. If you sit through some of these online seminars with astrophysicists, scientists, and astronomers, and physicists, and I've sat through many of them. They're from Cornell University and Harvard University. They refer to these brown dwarf stars as hot Jupiters. So once again, folks, there you go. I mean, there's a major capture right there, right on schedule. Now, as far as my theory on my scheduling goes, the first couple of days out of every month, it's going to be kind of quiet. We really won't see much of anything. But as we move into the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th of the month, we're going to start to see that activity on the sun pick up. When I see the activity on the sun picking up, I know damn well that this object is now getting close to the sun. in its orbit, and it is orbiting with the sun and rotating with the sun. A lot of people say, well, why don't we see it eclipsing the sun? Well, we're not going to see it eclipsing the sun. They will never allow you to see it eclipsing the sun, hence the chemtrails. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, people make fun of the sun simulator. It's already been proven. The technology is there. Many people have proven it. We know that they have objects up there. They are definitely using technology against all of us right here on Earth. But I'm not even going to get into the sun simulator thing because some people think it's fake. Some people think it's real. I know that it's real. I see the photographs. We've done a lot of investigations into this sun simulator information. So have many others. So what are you going to believe? We've shown you the evidence. No need to go any further. Once again, here's just a view panned back a little bit, not zoomed in quite so much. And once again, here you go. You can see the object clearly enveloped in this minor coronal mass ejection. And this coronal mass ejection wasn't, it wasn't all that. I mean, it was I would say a medium-sized coronal mass ejection. We were very lucky this month so far not to see a major coronal mass ejection, but the day is still early. It's still young. We're going to get more information as the coronagraphs on Soho and Cactus update, and as more of the information comes in, hopefully they don't hide it. After listening to me, they probably will, but who cares? We've already documented clearly that this object is right there. And once again, hey, listen, folks, if you don't like me being critical of other people on YouTube that, refer to themselves as Planet X investigators or researchers, I don't know what to tell you, but all I know is in all of my research and my investigations, and I can speak for Dr. Albers, we know exactly where this object's going to be. I've had a lot of questions from people asking, hey, when's this thing going to break away? Well, here's the bad news, folks. I don't think it's going to break away. I think it's here to stay. These are the effects that it has on the sun, and we see the effects that the sun has on the Earth, and we see the extreme wobble of the Earth. We see the extreme activity with the volcanoes, the weather, the earthquakes. We see everything setting itself up. Again, why all of a sudden do the powers that be want to leave Earth and go live on a desolate planet like Mars and live in pods? I want to stay right here on Mother Earth. I want to be able to go outside and see trees and animals, and I don't want to walk around in a damn spacesuit. So I'll take my chances right here on good old Mother Earth. Here is the full screen coronagraph view of the cactus. This is dated for November 30th, today, and this was just a few hours ago, folks. That's why I wanted to bring this information to you fresh so you can actually see it. Now, do you actually think that this perfect spherical object is part of this coronal mass ejection? I mean, you're free to think about whatever you want. You're free to have your own opinion. But this is not the first time, or the second time, or the third time that I have shown you this object being illuminated on the cactus during a coronal mass ejection. Why during the coronal mass ejection? That is because of the interaction between the two objects, Planet X and the sun. Period. So for all of the disbelievers out there that say Planet X is fake, well, here's the thing. Your knowledge of the subject is fake. You do not know what you're talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. No scientist, no astronomer, no astrophysicist has ever stepped up to the plate and proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this doesn't exist. Bottom line, we know what is occurring. You need to follow the correct information if you are interested. If you're interested in some storybook videos of Planet X and Nibiru, watch Steve Olson. If you're interested in cold, hard data and real observations, you watch Planet X News. You follow us on YouTube, you follow us on our Facebook page, and now you'll be able to follow us on our website. And I'm going to go ahead and get to that right now. I was looking at some views of the sun yesterday, and again, you know, just really weird things happening that you can see on the SDO. You know, it makes you wonder, you know, it really does. Now, I was viewing all angstroms of light on the sun, and you guys can do this too by going to the SDO website and checking it out. And you can go to the SDO dashboard and you can load, let me just show you real quick. Simply go to the SDO website. Just go ahead and refresh it. Go up here to data. Click on data. If you go up here to where it says the sun now, you can get individual shots. If you go right here where it says browse data dashboard, click on this right here. These first three screens will come up. This will show you sunspots. You can click over here, get rid of it. Come over here to this little gear, click on this gear. Pan down, you can add the 304, you can add the 211, and this composite image right here. Get out of that, and then now you have all of them up on your screen. All you need to do, click on the little white box, it blows it up full screen. If you follow my cursor right here, you could go down to the little black arrow, and you can download this 48-hour loop. You can put it into a video maker, and you can pan and crop certain areas of the video, make your own videos, do your own investigation. You might find something. Something else I want to show you real quick. Is the GOES satellite. Oh boy. The X-ray imager. Just bring this up real quick. Let's get this set in full motion. I want you to take a very, very close look at this. This is basically the last 24 hours on the sun from the GOES 13 satellite. This is from NOAA. This is an X-ray image. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the dark areas in black. Basically, the entire face of the sun facing the earth is just one big massive coronal hole. All of the solar wind and radiation and heavily charged particles just leaking directly out of the inner atmosphere, heading directly towards Earth. This is not going to change. This has the potential to just get worse. There have already been recorded scientific data and reports that our magnetosphere is weakening tremendously, which is very dangerous to our planet. So for people out there like the scumbag trolls and disbelievers that say Planet X isn't real, you're full of crap, you're a criminal, you're a scum, you're this, you're that, well, look, here's the deal. You idiots could go and keep on making your stupid debunking videos, but whenever you feel froggy and you want to leap and you want to come up with some real scientific data that Planet X doesn't exist, and none of this is happening, then you put it up in a video instead of your stupid, childish debunking videos. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, this object is there. It is interacting with the sun. It's not going anywhere. It is here to stay. This is what we are now living with. We may not see the exodus of this object in our lifetime. We may not see it ever leaving the sun in 100 lifetimes. Scientists and astronomers and astrophysicists, they don't know everything about space. They know very little about our own solar system. They're still learning about the sun. They're still learning about planets in our solar system, let alone telling you what is in the far depths of our galaxy and our universe. Do you follow my drift? Science isn't always correct. Science has been wrong many, many times. Science is powered by the human mind, the human species. Science revolves around theories, a hypothesis, observations, and data. So if you want to step up to the plate, any scientists, any astronomers, any astrophysicists, any other physicists, or just your everyday run-of-the-mill man or woman, you want to step up and you want to prove that this is not happening, I would love to see your observations. I would love to see your information, your reports. I want to see it all. So for the people out there that are in complete denial and that are complete naysayers, if you are not coming to the table with scientific data that this is not happening and it doesn't exist, if you don't have the data to disprove it, shut up and get off the table. Bottom line, folks, we know what the deal is. There's no doubt about it. Now, one thing I want to show everybody here real quick. This is the Planet X News website. The link to the website is in the description box. I'm going to be utilizing my website a lot more like I have been over the course of the last 10 days. And the reason being is because I don't have to get censored. It's my website. I can put up articles and news information that I want everyone to see, and I don't have to worry about the information being censored or banned or flagged and all that other crap. Over the course of the last several days, I have been putting up news information from around the world, and each and every one of you have the opportunity to share it and read it. I'm also able to upload Dr. Albers' PDF reports and her videos all in one report. It's pretty cool. I've been working on it for quite a while now. But I'll leave the link. I'll make sure it's in the description box underneath this video. Follow the Planet X News Facebook page, folks. Follow the Planet X News Facebook page. If you don't have Facebook, break down, open up a Facebook account, and utilize it for that purpose if you have to. Okay? But leading back to the website, all of the information is going to be right here. Videos, all of these reports. I did a report late yesterday. Let's just click on it. And this is concerning scientists warn Australian cities could soon be uninhabitable because of extreme heat. Okay, folks, the article that I wrote yesterday concerning this, let me just open up this screen. Okay, this is coming from the Australian government, the Bureau of Meteorology. I'm not making this up. You can go down, you can read the article that was written. You can read all of the information. I'm just going to pan through here very quickly. It's a very, very interesting article. But right here, you can click on this. You can get the link to share the link on Facebook or on Twitter, or copy it into an email. You can instantly post it to Facebook. You can instantly post it to Twitter. You can instantly post it to your Google Plus account. You can instantly embed it into a video, or excuse me, not a video, your email. So moving back up here, and this was an article that I posted yesterday, and this was concerning the object that I found late last night before the coronagraph on cactus revealed what was really, really there. I'll be updating this article and probably putting up another article, but I am able to, well, not be strapped down by YouTube, and I can show articles, and I can show you information and all of these reports coming in from around the world about what is happening without being censored. I was looking at some of my data early this morning. Now I am reaching people in not 6 countries, but 26 countries, utilizing my website. Now, this article here, this was the article that I was talking about in South Africa. I can't show you the video on this live stream, but if you want to watch the video, it's pretty horrible at the end. Extreme earth wobble now affecting the southern hemisphere, just as I said it would a few weeks ago. All of this information is coming from the meteorology office in South Africa. They have all kinds of things going on. They're supposed to be in summertime. This was a video showing a massive storm that ripped through there on the 22nd of October. And this was a shopping mall, and the ceiling just literally ripped off. But you can watch all of this. Here are all latest photographs of what is occurring down there. It's absolutely horrible. And then there's this video. Okay, so you can click on this video, you can expand it to a wide screen, and you can share all of this information. I can't let this video run because the end of it is really, really graphic, and yeah, it's pretty bad. You can go ahead and you can watch it. But more on the Planet X News website. Folks, listen, I'm working hard. I am keeping everybody updated with these articles and this information. This is an update on another earthquake, or excuse me, another volcano in the Aleutian Islands in Alaska that is now popping off. All of the information right here. You just click where it says read more. Strange blue lights seen over Bali, over the Agung volcano that is going off over there in Indonesia. This report, let me just click on it here real quick. This report, now this gives me the opportunity to share with you credible information coming from credible sources. And again, folks, you can simply click on the share button up here, get the link, share it to Facebook, share it to Twitter. We all need to work together. You share these reports across the block on social media, and people will start to see the information. I'm tired of the censoring. I'm tired of people trying to shut down the information. Now, this video right here, I embedded into this article. This video comes from Mr. MBB333, and his YouTube channel is now under attack. The man doesn't bother anybody. He's not a fearmonger. He gives credible information. So, you can read the information, you can click on the link, and it will take you directly to his YouTube video and what he was investigating as far as these strange blue lights that were seen from space over the Bali volcano. Very interesting article. Let's move back. Now, this lady right here, this is a doctor of physics, geophysics, space plasma physics, Tamitha Skov, Dr. Tamitha Skov. Click on this article. She does very, very detailed reports about what is happening on the sun. These are all of her credentials right here. Yesterday, she did a pretty lengthy report on this mini storm watch and what she referred to as a fast wind chaser, a solar storm. She does a fantastic job using a green screen. Her video information is fantastic. I'm going to keep updating reports on the Planet X News website, and this report, her video, is embedded right into the report. So you can click on it, you can watch it right here, you can click on it and go straight to YouTube. All of the information's right here. Click on the little share button, get the link, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+. Share the information, folks. Excuse me. She's a very, very smart lady, and I would definitely start following her. I will be updating reports as she updates new information. It will always be on the Planet X News website. Dutch Since, he came out with a report yesterday concerning new deep earthquake events that were underway and what's happening to the slow slip information coming out about Southern California. Now, once again, click on it, read it. There's old Dutch buddy right there. This is part of his article that he wrote about on his Facebook page. He goes in depth trying to explain what's happening. This is his latest video from 11/28, talking about the Western Pacific hit by multiple strikes of these earthquakes. All of the information's right here. I've embedded his video. Click on it. It takes you right to it. And he also wrote more about what was happening. All of the information's here. It's basically a one-stop shop. And that's what I wanted to create for all of you. So, you know, you have something that you can share with people immediately going through these articles. Now, I wrote an article yesterday and included some information, an update from Mr. David Wilcock. This is a very, very interesting report. I'm not even going to get into it, but you folks go to the website, scroll down, look for Mr. Wilcock's photograph right here, click on read more, and read it. It's very, very interesting. An article that I produced yesterday, NASA confesses to dosing Americans with airborne lithium and other chemicals. Well, what the hell? Just did this article yesterday. Again, click, get the link, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, Pinterest, Google+. I'm trying to create a tool for each and every one of you to use to spread the word. Here was an article about a 3-mile wide, potentially hazardous asteroid. And this article here is talking about how Hawaii is reinstating Cold War era warning systems. These big old horns. Why? Because of that nutcase over in North Korea. Very, very good article to read. Here was a good article that I put out yesterday pertaining to the new supermoon for 2017, the last one that we will see, and that will be around December 3rd. Other articles that I found very, very interesting, how doomsday, as they refer to it, solar storm that could devastate Earth at any moment by knocking out power grids. Ladies and gentlemen, I've mentioned to you before, our biggest threat will not be from Planet X itself, but our biggest threat will be from the sun. Very, very detailed report right here. Click on the read more button and check it out. And I'm asking, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you're done, get over here, click on the share button. Share it to your Facebook page. Share it to the Facebook groups that you belong to. Share it with everybody so they know what is happening. Now, this was a very, very good article that, it definitely piqued my interest. Apocalyptic volcanic super eruption that could destroy civilization. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not fear-mongering. These are cold, hard facts. Whenever the History Channel drops a documentary with the same title, or the Discovery Channel, or National Geographic, does everybody jump up and down and yell and scream, "You're a fearmonger"? No, they do not. This is the same thing, ladies and gentlemen, just bringing you the cold, hard, scientific facts and data about what could possibly happen. And we are right on the leading edge of seeing some of this happen. So why not educate your mind? Remember, knowledge is power. Don't be left in the dark. Now, getting to Dr. Albers' reports and her videos, and they are really trying to shut her up, but it's not going to work. This was an article and a report that she did. This was her Planet X Physicist Report number 89, Collapsing Antarctic Ice Shelves and Planet X. Click on the Read More button. Now, how I have this set up is you are actually able to read her report. If you get inside of this box right here, you can read the entire report. The entire PDF file is right there. All of the information for her report right here. You can click on this icon up here in the corner, blow it up full screen. Now, check it out, folks. You want to do a video? You want to do a video on Dr. Albers' report? Go ahead, do one. Now, you cannot download the report in this full screen mode. But what you can do is you can utilize the Planet X News website to do video reports for your Facebook page, for your Twitter, or for your YouTube account. So now you have the entire report right here in front of you. You can live stream it. You can just do a plain video. But now you can pan through and you can talk to your viewers utilizing the reports just like this. And it's all right here by going full screen mode. Now again, folks, you can't download it. You can't share it. If any of you want to purchase the report completely, there's a $10 charge for it. Click on the PayPal link, send the information over, complete the transaction, and leave your email address and the number of the report that you want. And it will be emailed to you within a few hours. So, this is what I've been gearing up to do. It's working very, very well. Just in the course of a couple of days, it's going to blow everybody's mind, especially the scumbag trolls. But in the course of the last couple of days, I've been promoting the Planet X News website for a reason, is because I'm sick and tired of being censored. I'm sick and tired of people trying to shut down the information. So I'm promoting the website, and, just in the course of the last couple of days, it will show you right over here, 190,610 page views. 190,000. Now, I can't be censored by the other platform, YouTube. Now I can produce reports and information very quickly, upload it to the website, and I share everything on the Planet X News Facebook page. You can easily click on it and share it. That's the main goal, folks, creating this network using social media. Right now, we still have the tools before they take them away. We need to utilize them right now, today. Now, moving back here once again, November 29th, another report that I did early yesterday. Snow, a huge snowstorm on the volcanic peaks in Hawaii. Right on, baby. Again, very pertinent information, everything related. Click on the link, read the article, share it. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google, email it to somebody, whatever you want to do. And again, folks, I can't show all of this information on YouTube because of their new rules and their new policies. Deep in their policies, it states things about weather and tragic events and blah, blah, blah. Can't show it. They'll flag your video, or they'll just remove it. This was a very interesting article about a cloud formation that was seen. I forget exactly where it was seen. You can click on the article and check it out. But I've never seen anything like that. I mean, it is just absolutely amazing about what we're seeing in our skies. Here were updates on the volcano eruption over in Bali. Here is a very critical report that came up yesterday. And this is what startled me, even though I don't live in New Zealand, but it's stating, wiped off the map? Fears New Zealand could be destroyed by a massive 9.0 magnitude earthquake and a tsunami in minutes, because that fault line is waking up. There was a lot of damage that was done last year during that big earthquake. These people are just basically sitting on a time bomb. I'm sure they all know it. More articles about Mount Cinnabung now erupting. More and more information. And folks, see, I can't share this information with you on YouTube. I can't. They'll just flag the damn videos. Here's a good article, very mysterious article about a bacteria found on the International Space Station. Again, another one of Dr. Albers' reports, her latest report, number 93. Same thing, you could click on it, you could read the full PDF, and the video is embedded right there. One-stop shop. Something else I'm able to do here. This was yesterday, or the day before, I'm sorry, 2 days ago. Current SDO views of the sun as major disturbances continue to occur. Click on it. Now here, I've embedded those 48-hour loops so you could see it for yourself. You can expand your screen. And again, folks, I embedded all of these views right here. So if you don't want to go look up the information, it's right here. And I'm going to be posting so much information, probably, I would say anywhere between 10 to 15 news articles a day pertaining to our subject matter and what is happening around the world. So I refuse to be censored. It's just not going to happen. Let me jump over here to the live chat, say hello to everybody real quick. What's cracking, everybody? I have the live chat up on our main screen right here. And let me just do something here real quick. Let's get that little pop-out chat going. Now here, I'm going to put the link to the website right there in the live chat. Now, what I've recommended for everybody to do is bookmark that website. Bookmark the website either in your cell phone or on your computer. And you could go back to it very, very easily. Now, there is something that I did want to show you guys. Hold on one second, real quick. This subscribe button right here on the main page, when you click on this, you can subscribe to this blog. You enter your email address right here and then click Get Email Notifications. They will send you an email confirming that you've subscribed to the blog and you want email updates on each and every story that I upload to the Planet X News website. Just in case you don't want to miss anything. Just in case you want to be informed. So the information will be sitting there in your email and you can check it out. But you do have to confirm the email that is sent to you. After you fill this out and click Get Email Notifications, they'll send you an email confirming. You click on it and you say, yes, I confirm it. So it doesn't show up in your email as spam. Bottom line, folks, you know, we really need to stick together. I need to continue to use what technology is out there for me. You know, my main goal is not just to inform the people here in the United States and Canada. My main goal is to reach everyone around the world. And some of my biggest struggles have been censorship. I can't stop it. You know, they have very, very sophisticated algorithms, artificial intelligence at YouTube and Google that is constantly learning, I watch some of the videos that they actually produce as learning tools, and they talk about this artificial intelligence. And ladies and gentlemen, it is very scary. Very scary. They can listen to you through your cell phone. Whether your cell phone is, you know, attached to a Facebook app or a YouTube app, they're listening to you. They're trying to program each and every one of us by manipulating us. So, once again, I'm going to put this, the web address in there. And you guys, listen, get over to the Planet X News Facebook page. Start following that page. Facebook doesn't bother me. They don't censor me or anything of that nature. They don't bother me. Probably one of the reasons why is because I pay for Facebook advertising. So that's probably one reason why they don't bother me. One thing that I did do is my website is powered by Google. You know, and I'm like one of their paying customers now. So they want to see traffic. So they're not going to, you know, block me or censor me. I've got a pretty good analytic program behind the website. Over the course of the last 10 days, I've been uploading articles, beefing up the information. And I quickly noticed that I went from being seen in 6 countries to 26 countries. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's my main goal. My main goal isn't stupid YouTube views, because I could care less about it. But I know people use that piece of social media, and it is a good platform. And it does give us the ability to, you know, see information at our leisure. But there are some very, very bad things going on. And we need to fight back. We need to fight back with our brain. So that's what I'm doing. My time on YouTube is probably very limited. But they're not going to take my website away. They're not going to take my Facebook page away. So therefore, we will be using the Planet X News website 150%. Because now I will be able to show you information from around the world, and I don't have to worry about some pimple-faced, four-eyed computer geek at YouTube crushing my channel. Now I'm in control. I'm done playing around. You know, the last week I've been super pissed off because of all of the censoring that has been going on. It's horrible. It's very bad. You know, what happened to Mr. MMBB333, you know, he got a couple of copyright strikes come out of nowhere. He was worried that, you know, they were going to take his channel and delete it, terminate it, after all of the years of work that he put in establishing this YouTube channel. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not easy. I have over 66,000 subscribers, but less than 10% of them can view the information. So what is the sense of having the subscribers? In a recent letter that I emailed to YouTube support, I detailed all of this information to them in detail. You know, they sent me a response back about 3 or 4 days later. I really don't even want to get into it because it will get me so pissed off and so mad. I don't want to ruin my whole day. But they told me to notify my 66,000 subscribers to make sure that they are properly have their notifications set up. What the? How in the hell am I supposed to do that when they haven't been able to see my videos since October of 2016. So I make a video telling them to fix their notifications, but how do they see that video? Woo! You know, when I got that response from them, listen, I about flipped my shit. I could feel my blood pressure go sky freaking high. What a stupid thing to tell me. But see, they don't give a shit. They don't care. They're all working for the man. They're all getting their paychecks. They all hope to climb the corporate ladder. Ain't gonna happen. Listen, man, they've gone after Richie from Boston. They'll probably go after BP Earthwatch. They've already targeted me. They've targeted Mr. MBB333. He opened up, another sub channel. I think he calls it the Son of Michael. I've already subscribed to it. I would definitely go to his main channel, get the link to his new channel, start following his information if you're not already. But they're going to be going through these channels and they're just going to start whacking them left and right. You know, they sent me a copyright strike a while back on my own video. What the? I mean, how could you send me a copyright strike on my own video? Are you stupid? 72 hours later, I got a somewhat apologetic email from YouTube removing the copyright strike and apologizing for the artificial intelligence snafu. Snafu my ass. But anyways, folks, there's going to be a big push, within that organization to really, really silence people, and it's going to happen. But now, utilizing my website, it's going to give me a better opportunity to bring all of the information that I'm finding on a minute-by-minute basis. And I'm able to write these reports and get them uploaded onto that website in minutes compared to, sitting down, making a video, uploading it to YouTube. And here's something else, folks. For a lot of you that don't use YouTube for uploading videos too much, and for all of you that do upload videos to YouTube, whenever you click on that button and you begin to upload your video, once it starts uploading, it gives you a timeline on how fast it will be uploaded. Well, I've got super high speed internet access, actually business quality, that I pay for. And about 2 months ago, it started to occur. Whereas my video would take 3 or 4 minutes to upload. I do all of my videos in high definition, so, there's more data, so it takes just a little bit longer. Now, whenever I upload a video, just on my channel, it takes 2 hours. Let me get real close to the microphone. It now takes me 2 hours to upload a video to YouTube. Do you believe that? They're in there turning these little screws on me, and they think, oh, just because it takes 2 hours, well, he won't upload that many videos. Well, guess what, jerk-offs? I have 5 computers. 5. Which means I can upload a video on each one of the laptops and computers that I have in my office. Now, watch, I'll go to upload a video to YouTube, and it will take like 10 hours. Bottom line, folks, we can't be shut down. We can't be silenced. So I'm going to put the link one more time to the, well, what just happened? Let me restore the chat here real quick. I'm going to put the link. Why won't this allow me back into my live stream? Oh, I don't know what's happened here. It won't even let me back in my own chat. Interesting. Boy, ain't that crazy, folks. It actually kicked me out of my own live stream. You see how dirty they are? Can all of you still hear me? That was kind of wild. Hey, all of you, real quick in the live chat, can you still hear me? I mean, my live stream is still connected, but they actually kicked me off of my own live stream. But because I'm not using one of their Google products, I'm live streaming straight from my OBS software, so it still stayed connected. So you can all still hear me? Yeah, there you go. My technology is a little bit better than theirs. But yeah, you saw right there. Look, they just tried to kick me off of my own live stream. But anyways, folks, listen, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. There is the link to the new website, and I'm going to be utilizing that website like 150%. Every single minute of the day, there will be articles of substance going up there. I ask each and every one of you, do me a favor, share the articles, share them on your Twitter, share them on your Facebook. And I mean, let's do this, man. I am sick and tired of them trying to shut me up. And for all of you that have been listening to me for a year or two, I got a big mouth. I'm not the kind of guy that just, lays down and rolls over. I fight, and I'm here to fight. I'm picking a fight. I want to fight. So let's do this. The link is in the description box underneath the videos. I just put it in the live chat once again. And I'm going to end this live stream now because there is a ton of work for me to do today. Utilize the new website, and it's there for you. Share those videos, read the information, and again, I'll be uploading Dr. Albers' reports along with her videos embedded into the report, and you are able to utilize that report and make a video. Listen, folks, don't be shy. Get out there, utilize the report, put it up on your YouTube channel, live stream it onto Facebook, Whatever you need to do to wake people up around the world. That is the main goal. We cannot stop what is happening. We may all live through it in this lifetime. We may not. But we have families, we have children, and our children are going to have children and families, and the life cycle goes on. Knowledge is power. And ladies and gentlemen, they want to strip that from you. Don't allow it. Stand up, be strong, and let's do this. And once again, the link is in the chat. It will be in the description box under the videos. Get over there. If you want to sign up for your email notifications, fine. But follow us on Facebook. Tell you what I'm going to do here real quick. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me get you the link, the direct link for I'm going to put the direct link in the chat box for the Planet X News Facebook page. It's all there. I've been utilizing the Facebook page a lot more. Again, folks, you know, I pay for advertising on Facebook, so they don't mess with me. They don't try to censor me. They leave me alone, which is good. So once again, utilize the new website, utilize the Planet X News Facebook page. Please, I don't ask much from all of you, but please share the articles that come up. It's just a few clicks, and I know damn well that each and every one of you, you're on Facebook quite a lot. It's just a sign of the times. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, be safe out there. I was glad I was able to touch base with all of you. Utilize the tools that we have. Let's get the word out, and God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, and thank you very much for supporting me and Dr. Albers and hanging in there with us. You all have a great day. Take care.